I'm Dave Colmeyer, the problem solver. Today I have Kevin here. Basically, is a friend of mine. Lives in Las Vegas in the Persian community. And the other day we were speaking about Iran and what was going on. So I wanted to bring you on today to just talk about Iran and what's taking place, and just have a conversation in general. Because in my world, even though I'm mixed, I'm German, Hungarian, Czechoslovakian, and I was born in America. A lot of Americans, just talk about Iran. They don't know. And I feel even myself, even though I'm married to someone that's Persian, I feel like I may not even be fully educated as much as I'm married now 15 years to Camellia. So anyway, tell us a little bit about yourself. How long you've been in America and where you grew up? Tell me a little bit information.
Actually, I'm from Iran.
You're from Iran.
Tehran. I came over here almost 30 years ago. I'm working in the construction business in Las Vegas, Nevada. I live in Vegas for 10 years.
Okay.
And before I used to work in Los Angeles for past couple years. And I was working in the same entertainment business also before. But I quit my job because, I was thinking to move to Las Vegas, Nevada. But now I'm here after 10 years with you, Mr. David. Thank you to invite me today. I'm here we can talk about the demonstration and the protest and the big revolution they call Shir Khorshid, the lion and the sun. This is very important things for all Iranians, whoever just moved out from Iran out of the country, almost 8-9 million people after 47 years. And we are so happy to just, see the Iran is going to be getting good and great. That's why I was thinking to just come over here. We can have a conversation regarding that to see what is the best solution. The American society understand what is the reason we have to have some, attack or the war to solve the problem. This is important. Yes.
So I will share with you. So here at Origin Studios, I do 2 podcasts. One's The Problem Solver, where basically I try to bring different people on the show to educate people about different things. I consider myself as a retired police officer, but a person who's like a victim advocacy to bring up different topics to make people know what's going on. And then I have another show called The Problem Circus, which is conversational podcasts. I have 3 co-hosts, and we just talk about different items. It could be anything about war. Most of them are pro Donald Trump. They're pro, Republican. And what's interesting is when I do the podcast of The Problem Circus and I talk a little bit about Iran, some of them will lose interest and they'll say, why does it really matter? Like, this is America. We have our own problems. Even my friend Aaron that will edit this very podcast that we're doing, he's going to listen to this and he's going to say the same thing. Like, we have our own problems in America. We have homeless. We have all these problems. Why should we care about Iran? Why should we care? Now, they'll say, oh, because your wife is Iranian, that you care. But why should other American people care about what's going on in Iran?
Okay, the first thing, we have to go back to 1979, whatever is happening in 1979. And somehow they changed in the Iranian government, kick out Shah of Iran from Iran. And if you see that 47 years ago, the American government on that time, plus Europeans, plus the British, they cooperate together and kick out the Shah of Iran. One of the reasons we have to be responsible for whatever is done in past 47 years to bring it back, whatever was happened before, bring it back to the same. Because now, after 47 years, you're going to see Iran just spending our money, the government, not the Iran. The Republic Islamic is totally separate from the Iranian people. We are not from government. We are the regular people from the population, the public people over there. And they are spending our money for the terrorists, for the Palestine, Lebanon, to fight with America, to fight with Israel, which is not our business. We are so happy to working with all over the world, with America, with British, with Europe, with Germany, with Italy, whatever. But those people, they are fanatic Islamic people. They're thinking different. They are not like us, and they are not belongs to our country. They are not Iranian. I'm here today to just tell you we are not, part of that government, and the government is not part of our people. They are not from Iran. They're born in a different country like Iraq. And they are over there. They hijack our people in past 47 years. And they are spending our money for just starting the war and the terrorists all over the world, which is It's not going to be safe in the future for the next generation in United States also, because if they're getting, they're getting the bomb, like atomic bomb or stuff like that, it's going to be happen over here too. They're going to come and destroy this country also. Before they starting to destroy this country or any other country, we have to stop this false government. We have to stop them. Yes.
I think it's interesting. 47 years is such a long time that Americans, especially the new generation, don't even understand. They think that's the normal way of life. Even myself, I always tell people, and this is a good question to ask you. When people say, when I explain, let's say my wife, I say my wife is Persian. Some people say, well, isn't she Iranian? What I would say is the reason why I say that is because people that don't believe in this new regime would say they're Persian. But if the Shah was there, then you probably would say I'm Iranian. Am I correct to say that?
Yes, both name is the same to each other, Iranian or the Persians. If we say the Persians, because we're gonna be, we try to be proud of our
Culture.
our culture for back 3,000, 2,500 years ago. But Iran is the same as the Persian. Doesn't have anything different between those both. No,
If someone asks you, what are you today? Would you say I'm Persian or Iranian?
doesn't matter. As long as we're gonna have our democracy and the freedom, whatever you can call me, I'm okay with that. Iranian or Persian?
Would you say most people say they're Persian because they're not happy with the regime that's there now?
No, not
So-
because of that.
But-
Because of our old
Of the culture.
Yes.
Okay. I guess with me, and like I said, I'm 49 now, and I've had friends that were Iranian in New York when I was probably the age of 17, but they weren't as the father was Iranian, and maybe they weren't so immersed in the culture. It wasn't 100% the mother father. So I was never immersed. But I used to go to a Persian restaurant in New York. It was called the Persian Tea Room. We used to go all the time, and
Okay, nice.
kebab sultani and things like that. But I wasn't probably immersed as much as I am now, being married for 15 years, more with the Persian culture. But it is interesting because I think some people, like Maximini, they'll say, "Why are you Persian?" And then the joke was that they're like a Persian cat. And he's like, meow, which is very interesting. But the truth is, I always thought that, being educated over time, that it was more that you're not happy with the regime, so you're saying you're Persian because of culture. But if you say you're Iranian, it's more like you're part of that regime by saying Iranian. And I think most people don't know the difference. People don't know the difference these days. And it's been so long. 47 years is a long time.
Yeah, it's a long time, for sure for us it's more long time because we were middle of the problem. I grew up in the Muslim country, which is, let me correct something. We are Iranian. We are not actually Muslim. They force us to be Muslim back to couple hundred century, 1400 years ago. But, compared to the Middle East people, like Kuwait, Dubai, Emirat, or any other Arabic country, some people thinking our language is Arabic, or we are Arab, which is not. We are not Arab. Our language is not the Arabic language too. But between the Persian and the Iran, for us, it's very important to have to see our people is happy. We are not happy. We are unhappy. Sometimes I'm thinking what I'm doing over here in past 30 years. We have a beautiful country. We are very rich. We are educated people. Why we are here? Because of some mistake our old generation did it to us, and some, the government did it, and now we are here getting stuck. Not stuck, thanks to America to give us the opportunity to be here. And I'm just part of this country. Whatever is happening over here, I'm going to be the person I can go out and just protect this country also, because they give me the chance to be here to grow up my kids over here. But the problem is, if I'm seeing the TV, if you see the news every day, you're gonna see our people is suffering every day. They kill us, and we don't have anything to just protect us. That's why we need some extra help, some third party come in and just do something for us, because we cannot, do anything about that.
So educate me a little bit, because I always hear different things, that the reason why the Shah was pushed out by the president, which was Jimmy Carter, and
Yes.
a lot of the Persian people dislike Jimmy Carter. Explain that concept. Educate me.
The Jimmy Carter was, he was, not a great actually president over here too for the American society on that time, which is, I'm talking to a lot of Americans right now. Sometimes, they said, they were not happy with that, president over here. But whatever he done to the whole world, not just Iran. Remember something. I always said Iran is not Libya, is not Aljazair, is not any other country in Middle East. Iran is the first and the last, not the last, but the first country started the culture for the human and the human right. This is very important. Whatever we're doing as a democracy, we're talking about democracy face to face. We learned it from 2,500 years ago back to Iran. Also, we have to see what is our background. We have to understand how we have to protect Iran right now. This is the only way, we have to just, asking to getting some help from another countries to come and just get it done, everything right. Because they made a mistake. They brought this government to us. And now we are getting stuck with this government. We cannot, get in the referendum or anything.
What was the reason why? And I heard one story, but I'm not sure if it's true. Did Jimmy Carter, the president, was the reason why he wanted the shot out was because of oil?
Yeah, because of the oil.
So what? Because they wanted more oil or cheaper oil for America?
They tried to just get in the cheap oil from Iran, and that was a Shah mistake. I know this is our mistake, not our mistake, our king mistake maybe. He didn't know what is the Iranian society at that time in 1979.
But was it the Shah's fault or President Jimmy Carter?
The Jimmy Carter, he just kicked out the Shah of Iran and he changed in the Iranian government. That's mean.
So he pushed him out.
Of course.
And why would they put this regime there? Why that regime?
The regime, because that was only maybe, alternative for them to just put in the Islamic regime like that, to destroy the communists in Russia. That's why they just, sacrificed our people to just destroy the communists in Russia on that time in 1979.
It's a very sad situation because it's been so long, ruining, the people's lives. And, it's interesting, like with Donald Trump right now, like a lot of people are against Donald Trump. On the most part, I think most Persian people are pro-Donald Trump. Would you agree?
I love Donald Trump. And thanks to our president. Donald Trump is my president. I'm the Republican over here. And I'm so proud of the Republican people over here. Because if you see the Republican, especially the Donald Trump and Lindsey Graham, he's one of the best, biggest, goodest, senator over here in the United States. They're talking about Iran. They try to defend Iran. I know they're looking for their benefit also, which is very normal. We do understand that point. But they're going to come and just support us. Barack Obama, he came and just released a lot of like $150-something billion of the money to the terrorist government in Iran. That's why that government just,
took the money.
Took the money and supporting the terrorists. They didn't stop, the supporting our people. They didn't make a hotel or the hospital or the school for our people. No, they spent money for the Lebanon and Palestine. Now, see what's going to happen in Middle East right now. It's war. Stop the war right now because of Donald Trump. Because the Donald Trump, our president, say, hey, terrorists is a stop. We have to destroy them. Thanks God, they destroyed the Hezbollah. They destroyed the Hamas. And they're working on it to destroy the Islamic Republic of Iran also.
It's interesting. So I was saying, I'll share something with you. So my parents growing up in New York City, they were always a registered Democrat. And I guess I was a registered Democrat when I became 18 because my parents were. I never changed it, probably the form or whatever, but I actually always liked the fact of being a Democrat that I used to vote for whoever I thought was the right person, right, in general. And I think most times, most people that were Democrats. So I am a registered Democrat, but the truth is being a police officer for 17 years.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you. They always were pro-Republican. Republicans were pro-police. So I always voted. But if there was a certain person that was a Democrat that I liked, I would vote for them too. I'm not just like the party, I try to feel I'm unbiased in regards to who I'm voting for. And there's somehow I actually feel by me changing it, I actually feel it's better for me to stay a Democrat registered, but still say that I'm voting for the right person, even though I've always voted for Republican. But the truth is, over time, it seems most people are leaving to Republican. I always laugh because when we're talking now, the person that edits this is a friend of mine. And I feel like everything we would say, he like, no, everything is like so far left. But I always say, even last night with the speech with Donald Trump, everything he's doing, he's taking action, right? Like he's doing something. Now, I'm not saying everything he does is perfect, but he's doing something for America in general. And
of course,
some people like, he's so corrupt. I mean, like all these people, even the last president, we could say he's corrupt or, everyone says everyone's corrupt, right? There's some people that love me and they hate me as well, right? I'm not the president. But the thing is, I feel like at least he's taking action. I don't know whether good or bad until time tells, right? It's the same thing with, I I was talking to the sheriff, the Las Vegas Metro sheriff. Yesterday, there was a fundraiser from Sheriff McMahill, and I was saying, look, I think on Friday we're going to go to war. At this point in time, he's doing everything political. Friday, the stock market closes. Venezuela, if you know, it was on a Friday. The last bombing was on a Friday. Today is Wednesday. If anything, today we're living history because basically on Friday, I would say is the day, not going to, which honestly, I'm stressed out. Like every day, it's like, what's going on? When the thing was going on with the Gaza and Israel, every day I'm watching news and I'm stressed out, right? Like I want there just to be peace, in general. I don't want anyone to be killed on any side, right? Now, with Iran, then I moved over from Gaza now to Iran, right? Yes. Now every day it's like, what is going on? But it's very clear there's a tremendous amount of military. And now you have this new, the biggest aircraft, which is in Israel, in Haifa, which is the port that people don't know. So we are basically prepared for war at this point in time. I believe with his speech yesterday, I believe I didn't see it, but people were saying that at least for the Democrats and Republicans, they both stood up when they talked about Iran. And at this point in time, I don't know if he asked Congress for approval and so on, but I would say we're there. We're literally 98.5% there. I mean, everything's basically set up, ready to go. People are evacuating the embassies and, all the warships are ready. And the bottom line is, whether you love him or hate him, this is where we're at right now. And you should support the president, no matter who the president was. Even if there was Obama or somebody that was in office, I would support the president and hope that he's doing the right thing. Whether he does the right thing or the wrong thing, I guess the only history will tell. How important it is today, again, by the time this comes out tomorrow and Friday, I would say we'll be at war. And how important it is to make a difference. Why should my fellow co-hosts on the Problem Circus, should they be concerned? Why does it affect us here?
It's going to affect us over here too, for sure. Whatever is happening in Middle East right now, because in the Middle East, we have one big country like Iran. And I said from the beginning, Iran is not like any other small countries in Middle East. And we have a lot of oil. We have a lot of stuff like that inside the Iran. And we own the Persian Gulf. Not owns, but we are the only not the only countries, but we are one of the biggest over there. The reason now is important to just, do something about it, because if they just, they let them to go right now or to sign any contract, those people, they are not trustable. We tried, this government or any other government in past 47 years tried to just get in the right contract with them and just get it done. Everything, be quiet. Don't go after the Israel, don't go after this, don't go. But they're not going to do that. Even they're going to sign any paper today. After 3 years, they're ending the President Donald Trump over here, the presidency, they're going to come after that. They're going to come and start everything. Also, we have to destroy them. No matter what, this time is not the last time or the past couple of years. They're killing a lot of our people, like 50, 60,000 people. We don't know exactly. But it's over 32, 35,000 people already died. They killed them in 2 days. Look at the history of the humans on this earth. Look, when was happened something like that before? Look at the Hitler government. He killing like a lot of Jewish people in 4 years, but not in 2 days, like 50,000 people. They're killing, they injury the Iranians, and after that, they collect the money also for the bullet. And at the end, they're gonna say in the news, no, we didn't do anything. Israeli people, like any other people, like other people from another army or the U.S. people, they came and killing our people. This is it's not true.
It's interesting. Like I said, people that are more liberal, if I said to them, hey, what's your thoughts about the government collecting money from the bullet that shot and killed their family member, they're asking for money, is that right or wrong? I would assume that it's wrong in any culture, but in the culture basically of this regime, basically it's normal.
It's normal because they don't have it. Okay, if you own the house, you're not going to destroy your house, do you?
No.
They're not going to destroy it. You're not going to take something and just destroy your own house. They destroyed our house in past 40
They basically don't care. It's not their home.
No, this is not their home.
They're like they're like an overstayed tourist.
Yes, they are over the terrorists. Actually, stay over there for us.
Some people just don't even believe that they're terrorists. They don't believe that this funding. They think it's just all made up.
They are zombie. Let me say it like that. They are like a zombie. They don't have any feeling. They do have a feeling for Palestine, which is our business. This is between the Israel and the Palestine. And if you're asking me, that land belongs to Israel. That land belongs to Jewish people. Look at the history. Read the history. Everybody can go through the Google and just check it to see the technology over there. Who did it to them? Do you think they're going to do it? No, they don't. They don't understand. 40 years ago, they just riding the camera on the street. They didn't have any hospital inside the Dubai. Look at in past 47 years, what happened? Because of what? Because of United States. Because anywhere our government from here going to the any land, that land is going to grow up. I'm not going to say they're not going to get any benefit from that land, this is business, but taken and given. But the Russian or the China, look at what they're going to do to Iran in past 47 years. Our people is hungry. They are, sacrifice every day.
People that you talk to today, what would you say the current state is right now, like for food and water, electricity? How do you think it is right now today?
It's very bad. Our economic is down. Our currency, our money currency is going down. Before, $1 was like maybe 70 riyals. And now $1 is going to be like 16,500 riyals. It's ridiculous. I cannot believe it, whatever they done in past 47 years to us. Look at it. You're the teacher in the school, for example, okay? And I'm going to be your student. If you don't teach me right, I'm going to be the bad person in the future, maybe. Also, this is the way you have to just teach me the right way. I can choose the right way. They didn't do anything right in past 47 years to our people. But whatever they done, they did it for themselves. Look at their kids. They said, done with America over there, and their kids live over here. Why? If you say something bad for like a bank by America or done with America, why your kids is over here? Take your kids and go back to Iran. Also, they're getting the money from our people and
they're basically just victimizing the people and the land and taking the money.
This is just part of the politics for them.
Going back to the Obama situation in regards to giving back the money, tell us your thoughts about that. I mean, so the money basically went towards, you would say, terrorism and stuff, but why do you think Obama gave that money back? He felt that they deserved it? I don't know history that well.
I have no idea why he did it like that. Sometimes I'm thinking why our president Barack Obama over here released a lot of money, the huge money. Why do you release that money to them? You know that background is bad background.
Well, I don't understand why he would do that. I never really researched that much, but I have
no idea what was his
make
mind
sense.
on that
it's
time.
Like simple-minded.
He didn't protect or defend or protest on that time too, the Barack Obama. Look at our president right now compared to Barack Obama. Now the president talking about Iran every time. It's whatever I'm seeing them watching the news. Donald Trump, our president, talking about Iran. Say, we're gonna come and help you. But Barack Obama never done it. I don't know why. Sorry for him. Whatever he done, he did it wrong.
What's your thoughts with President Trump, where a few weeks ago he says help is on the way, and a lot of Persian people were upset that help was on the way not quick enough, where people were dying. I kind of felt too. Like I kind of felt, okay, like when's that kick in?
Okay, any revolution, whatever is happened to any countries, you have to pay something for it. And we do understand that we have to pay for it also. And if some of our Persian people are not happy with this situation in this moment, they don't understand, we are not in 18th century. We are in 21st century right now. And if you want to attack anywhere, everything is very quick. You can see in the news. You can see it in Instagram. You can see in the Facebook. You have to have the right way to attack. You have to understand, and you have to let the people understand. What is your reason you want to attack them? What is the reason? The reason you're going to stop terrorists. You're going to stop the killer machine over there. One of the reasons is that. Other than that, we don't have any reason to attack any other countries. Because of them, they try to attack America very soon, maybe next decade, maybe 5 years, 10 years from now. It's better to stop them right now and, put the freedom, make a freedom for Iranians, be friends with our country, Iran, because Iran is the best friend to America and Israel in Middle East. We are the best friend because we love the American people. We love the Israeli people. We don't love the people who ever come in and just, try to just fight with us like the terrorists, Hashd al-Shaabi in Iraq. They came to our country in past couple days and they're killing our people. The Afghan people killing our people, which is, we know that they call Zainabiyun, Fatehbiyun, Hashd al-Shaabi, Hezbollah.
These are what different groups that come from other countries.
Of course.
That they're being hired by the
yes, of course.
regime.
Yes. They're killing other people over there.
Where do most of them come from? From Syria? From Iraq?
They are most Arab.
Arab.
Yes.
So Arab military, Arab militia.
Are Mozdur, they call the Mozdur or militia, whatever you call it.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So basically, why is it that they're hiring them to come in to do it? Because they can't find people
Because
within?
our people, most of our people, they don't want to take in their gun and just killing our own people.
So they
What
have
is
to
the reason?
They're outsourcing it.
Yes, exactly. What is the reason I'm going to make a protest? Because I don't have any future. I don't have money. I don't have job. I don't have house. I don't have this. This is the only reason the people make a protest like that. Yeah.
It's crazy. I mentioned that I was with Sheriff McMahill the other last night, and it was actually I had some time to talk with him. I met him at several events. I think he's a very good sheriff in town. I mentioned to him that I was concerned about what we call cell terrors in America in Las Vegas, and I was concerned about that. He mentioned he was concerned as well. I think anyone in America that if you've been in law enforcement, you would agree that there are cell terrors within the United States, which basically means they're undercover operatives that could be from Iran and from China and from other countries within America. And we've always been taught in law enforcement that these cell terrorists can break out one day. And I've always thought, like I've worked 9/11 as a police officer in New York City at the time. And I feel that basically there'll be one day and one time, like 2:00 Wednesday, that these operatives come out in every city and they'll start going to a school or a shooting or something. That's what I'm nervous about. These days, I actually feel that I should have a rifle in my car and be more prepared that if something happens, I could stop a threat myself, even though I'm a retired police officer. I do feel something's going to happen. Things happen normally with regular people. And because of the borders being open, I do believe they're more likely. And I do remember seeing people that were, different backgrounds and different descents. I don't want to say one specific people that have come through the border illegally. And I remember one of the videos they were asking the reporter, like, where are you going to go? One guy's like Chicago, one guy's like New York, LA, right? Everyone says something different, And it definitely is concerning because I believe they're here. So the question really comes down to is, I'm not sure your background of you. What are your thoughts with, what would you call it? Would you call it Muslim extremists? Muslim extremists that are throughout the United States? Would you call themselves, like in your world, what would you call these people that you believe that may be in America? Do you believe that they're here?
Yeah, some of them, of course. I'm not gonna say all of the the immigrant, illegal immigrant came over here a couple, in the past 2-3 years. They are all good. No, we have to check them. We have to return them back. We don't need them over here. We have to deport them. We're working in this country. We pay the taxes in past 30 days, 40 years. You know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna be. You're gonna open your house and let the people come into your house. No, you're not gonna do that. This is our house. We shouldn't do it. We shouldn't open our border and just let whoever wants to come over here, welcome. No, it's not going to happen like that.
I guess I'm glad you brought that, but what I'm trying to say is I believe that the way the Supreme Leader is speaking, like kind of like code, where he's basically saying like things are going to happen in America, I believe that basically there are these Muslim extremists throughout the United States where one day, one time, like maybe let's say war's Friday, right? Let's just wait. Maybe on Monday, that these sleeper cells throughout the United States will, on Monday at 2:00, that something will happen.
Yeah.
Do you think that's possible?
Of course it's possible. Look at the England. Look at the British. Look at the Europeans. Look at any other countries. They know that who is the main person attacking the people? The Muslim people. Extremely Muslim.
So this is a good question to ask you. So is it, I don't like to be discriminatory in general. Is it just straight Muslim extremists, or do we also say that regular Muslim people are good people? It's the Muslim extremists in general, because some people believe, not that I've read the Quran, that people would say that people that are Muslim in general are no good, or is it just the Muslim extremists? Is it okay to me be Muslim and reading the Quran? Am I still a good person, or is the Muslim extremists?
The Muslim extremists.
Got it.
The Muslim regular people, the normal people, we have a lot of maybe 50 million people in Iran. They are the normal people. They do accept something there in their heart. But those stuff like extremist Muslim people, they are brainwashed from here.
But is it in the Quran? Does it state to like do certain things, like when I forgot the word, but you're allowed to lie for government, like people were saying in New York, the mayor, he's allowed to lie. Like police officers, we're allowed to use a ruse to lie as long as it's to basically like for survival, not to get into someone's house, not to search someone's house illegally. You're allowed to use a ruse to basically help society, but not search someone's home. So my question is, when people that are Muslim, they have the Quran, isn't the Quran say stuff that's not good? That are like extremist ideology?
The ideology is different. The Quran, I never, reading the Quran by myself, But I know what is inside pretty much because I grew up in the, in Iran. But the religion, you're supposed to keep the religion in your heart, whatever is that.
Whatever
you're
it's for that
Christian,
person.
exactly.
So Muslim extremists is the problem.
This is the big problem.
Got it. But the question is, in Iran, the new regime, isn't that Muslim extremist?
This regime right now?
Yeah.
The passport? Yeah, of course.
Okay.
They are.
So just to recap.
What was the reason they just spending our money in past 47 years to just protect the terrorists?
So the people that are running the government are Muslim extremists.
Yes.
But there are good people that are basically Muslim that are not extremists. Those are good people. It's in their heart.
Yes.
They believe in the Muslim faith, but they don't believe in this ideology of killing people and taking over.
We don't believe that. That's why we're going to make it separate. Iranian government, I'm not going to go say Republic Islamic, and the Iranian people. We are very kind and we are friendly with everyone. But those people, because they don't belong to our Iran, our country, they're going to be extremely crazy about here.
Got it. The problem with this, I think in America, people are tainted because they think it's like combined. It's so many years that's combined. People think the Iranian people are all Muslim extremists. You know what I'm saying? Or even myself, I think in some regards, it's weird because sometimes I explain like my wife is Persian. I don't say Iranian because I think of the regime that way. So I say, Persian, right?
No.
But also a lot of times I say, a lot of our friends are Persian, and I would say non-practicing Muslim.
No, we are not.
But that's not really true.
It's true. We are not practicing.
No, but what I was saying is, but you were never truly practicing Muslim.
No.
You were never Muslim.
No.
But it's weird. I would always say, a lot of our friends are Persian, but they're non-practicing Muslim.
Yes,
but it really is an incorrect statement because the Persian people were never Muslim.
No, we are not.
So you see how it's like, even myself, right? I'm married 15 years to someone that's Persian. It's so mixed together, like people really don't understand. And look, I'm trying to understand it even better, and I thought I did understand it to some degree. It's interesting because I think things are mixed. Like a perfect example, we had a party, I think 2 years ago, it was a Christmas party. And the guy that basically was house, he was like a real American guy. And he started hearing a lot of the Persian music. And I think in his mind, people are uneducated. They think it's Arabic music, or they think it's like Muslim extremist music. They don't know.
Yes.
And I'm always saying that the Persian people are the most loving people, that even when I have a party at my house and then we play like American music, no one's dancing, no one's having a fun time. Then all of a sudden we turn to Persian music and people are laughing and they're having a fun time. And it's very sad now with the situation that most Persian people are almost basically in mourning because of so many people that have died. And in some regards, their country has been taken over like a hostage, and they've been victimized. Their people, their friends, their family. So people at this point in time are not celebrating, but Persian culture is such a fun culture with the music and the food. It's a very sad time right now. Basically, the people of Iran need to be liberated, just like we're saying that we need to free Iran.
Let me tell you something about that. We are not Muslim, actually. We are not practicing. Maybe the old generation, maybe 100 years from now, or the 50 years, they know better as us. I was, the time, I starting the revolution in Iran, I was 7, 8 years old. Okay? And now I'm seeing that the new generation, the Iranian, they don't believe it. They don't want that. They want to have something, they want to go to the new 21st century technology. We have to change our life. And this is the way we have to change it, because that government is not going to let us to change it. They want to put us down all the time and just get our money and whatever we have inside the Iran. That's why our generation, the new generation, they call the Z generation. They try to change it, and they're going to change it. We're going to change it with American help or without American help. No matter what. This is the end of the history right now. Whatever they done in past 2 months to us, beside whatever they done in past 47 years, now everything is, it's right. You can see it. Everybody can see it. A lot of American asking me every day, so sorry, what's happened to you guys, blah, 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 because they're going to see in the news every day what's happening to Iran.
Live feed on social media.
And they know the social media. It's very easy to understand what's happened to Iran. I don't get it why some of those Americans, they don't understand what is the important things to be attack the Iran. It's important to do that. We have to get in sign the contract with them. They're not going to do that. And they're not going to be a stay on the contract. Believe me. They try it. Iran, the American government tried a couple of times to just get in the right contract for them, get it done, everything. But they're not going to do it. This is the only way. They're going to go one way because they started the one way past 47 years.
So Do you believe? I mentioned about Friday that I think war will take place. What was your feeling before I said Friday? What's your take? What's your feeling?
Actually, in past 2 months, I couldn't sleep very well during the nighttime because of that. Because anytime I'm just wake up in the morning, I'm just watching my Instagram to see what's happening in Iran.
I agree.
Because I'm worried about our people. I'm worried about our generation. They're killing a lot of people, And I'm thinking, it's gonna happen very soon. I think tomorrow is gonna be the last day, and I know they're not gonna do
Of Ramadan.
Of course, not the Ramadan. I'm not talking about Ramadan. I'm talking about that guy, the Westminster from Iran, is gonna fly to Switzerland or somewhere to just talking to the
Tomorrow's Geneva.
yeah
Tomorrow,
exactly.
Thursday's Geneva. I heard about that. So
But
tomorrow's like the last meeting.
the last meeting.
Yeah.
And it's
So
not
I
gonna
actually think it's the
happen
last
tonight.
meeting because that can happen on Friday.
Yes, and it's not a contract. This is I don't know what they call the English. Is taslim name. Taslim. That's mean you have to go and just put your hands up and say, okay, whatever I said in past 47 years,
I'll leave.
Sorry.
But impossible, right?
It's not possible.
Because these people
Even if
basically-
they say that, it's not possible. Whatever they done to us, 8 million people, non-immigrant, we just move from Iran. What for? Because of them. And past 47 years, they said, Magbar, America, down with America, down. Now you're going to just make it, be friendship with America.
But also, it looks bad anyway for them to be like this regime to be like, okay, we give up.
They don't care.
I mean, basically, it's a religious war.
Yes. You see, as long as they can have the power over there, they are happy with that. Because they don't have anywhere to go. Where are they going to go?
The problem is, what's sad about it? Like, there's no way of going back. Like, I feel like America has to do something. We have to help out. Like, if we're this world leader, right? The goal is to basically help. And some people, I always laugh because my friend I keep mentioning, Aaron, he's in my brain when I do the podcast. I know he's going to watch this. It's like, how do you not help any people? If the Chinese people, the Taiwanese people, right? Like, the goal is to help. Now, I'm not that historian. That's why I wanted to bring you on to understand it better. But I think the bottom line is for America, like some people say, we have our own problems here. But the truth is, as a superpower, I think that the goal is to help. And if everybody is peaceful, we all should prosper from this peace. But when people are not into peace, right? It's the same thing with Russia and Ukraine. Like, none of it's good. War is not good. Like China and Taiwan, Russia and Ukraine. Like, we basically really, truly need peace, and it's a problem. So, like I said, today's actually an interesting day for you coming on. I appreciate it because I really do believe, and I was coming here and trying to get updated, and I heard about Geneva and trying one more time. So I think it's Thursday, and then you have Friday, basically, like it's it.
Yeah, we're going to see what's going to happen.
And then I know also because the last two times it was always on a Friday when the stock market closes, Friday night.
Exactly.
And I will share with you one thing, and I always bring this up, but I feel, because I have a quasi-military by being a police officer, back in 1943, 44, 45, when the war with Nazi, me being Jewish, it's kind of weird for me because I'm actually German Jewish, one side, and I'm also Hungarian and Czechoslovakian. So they're both interesting sides because my German family, they left a little bit earlier because they knew Hitler was taking over, and they went to Ellis Island, and they were able to be free because they knew Hitler was kind of up to no good. They got like the heads up, And my grandmother, used to sing these German songs. When we would go see like these war movies, she would sing if there was a German movie, because that's the culture. Just like Persian people, right? The Persian culture, or the Persian music, right? Like, it's interesting. And then the other side was Hungarian and Czechoslovakian, where they didn't get the heads up early enough to leave, or they couldn't leave, and they got stuck in concentration camps. And I have cousins that are basically, killed, and family members that have been killed. And, the sad part about it is that I can't even tell you names. Like, that's like my mother or my father basically, right, of names of people. It's been so long, which is sad. We forget the people that have passed, or have been killed and murdered, that are our own family members. But I would have a lot more cousins. I would have a lot more family. And what you said before is, why am I here in America? Technically, right, I could say the same thing, right? I should be in Germany, right? My last name is Kohlmeyer. I should be in Germany right now. Or, technically I wouldn't be alive because my mother and father wouldn't have met if they both weren't here in America, right?
Yes.
But technically, by German blood, I should be in Germany. Being a German Jew in Germany, or a Hungarian and Czechoslovakian, but because of Hitler. So same situation. Hitler, or this supreme leader, basically is causing this, death to our people, whether it's German, Hungarian, Czechoslovakian, and now this supreme leader basically killing people that are in Iran. So it's a very sad situation. But what I'm trying to get to is, I wish I could go back in time and basically do something, whether it's the underground or basically trying to do something, like going back in time to really help. You could say, who the hell am I to basically do that? But if I had a wish, I can go back in time to be like to kill Hitler or to be involved in that or to be part of the underground to help my people or my family back in the day. It's interesting now with social media, right? That you see this live feed every day, right? I wake up to what's going on, who's being killed, or like I wish I could do something in general. And the most I can do, which I've been trying as the problem solver, and is to be vocal and go into social media and share stories and to repost. I have a cousin that lives here. He's crazy. He thinks that he's the true victim in general. He'll watch this as well. And he'll say, oh, you're trying to save Iran. You should go there. You should go to Iran, right? Like, the problem is at least I'm trying to do my part to help by educating and sharing and making videos and doing things. The truth is it'd be great if I can go to Iran, be like the Rambo and go back and try to save the world. But that's why we have military. So pressuring, right? And doing these, again, my cousin saw me going to, whether it's in front of the Bellagio or in LA and being part of these things, it's a momentum, right? It takes time to get that thing going on. I missed actually the one in Los Angeles. We couldn't go, but, I've been involved in the one in front of the Bellagio, then the one in Los Angeles. And it was great to see, people coming together and trying, especially to showcase, especially the one they did right in LA and then Germany and other places. But you have to do something. You cannot be silent is the key.
Okay, let me tell you something about that. Back to 1950 or 1944, the end of the Second War. After that, the communication around the world is getting changed. Before it was not easy to just get in, hold up somebody on the phone, but now it's very easy. You can get in that, the video call or whatever they call the FaceTime from whoever you want, anywhere around the world. Okay, the world is getting small right now. The border is the same border, but the world is getting smaller. That means whatever is happening in Middle East right now in Iran is going to happen over here very soon. Also, whatever is happening over there, like an earthquake, is going to come little by little to this country also. Yeah, that's why we have to stop it, just stop it somewhere. Okay, stop it here. Whatever you've done to that generation, to that people, that race, we have to have stop these people that are not qualified to stay on power, on the government. Because if they have something, a special, gun or something, they're going to come and attack another countries, which is they did it already too many times. That's why the American society, the American people are supposed to understand, whoever just, they don't want to just start the war between Iran and America. They do have to understand for the next generation in American people, we have to protect them now before it's getting late. Because those people over there, they're not thinking about that. They're thinking about 72 version, ladies on the heaven. They are thinking that way. That's why, their brain is sick. How is the God is going to give you 72 version, killing the infidel people? Why I'm the infidel and you are the good person? Why you thinking I'm the infidel and you are the good person? Why you thinking, the God send you and, the God love you and the God doesn't love me? Why you thinking that way? Because of that book? No, come on. It's not going to happen like that anymore. The people in 21st century, especially the country like America, they know they don't have to accept it. They're not going to accept it. Whatever is done in past 47 in Iran, if you're doing one things over here, the same thing, whatever they done to us, the people getting crazy over here. They're not going to live like that. But that was very sad.
What do you think in regards to with the possibility of war taking place? What do you think? It's just basically they're going to just start. How do you foresee it happen? So they start blowing things up, like the regime, the military. They blow things up. How does the transition even take place there? Like, how does it even? Don't you think if you do something, don't you think that you need American troops on the soil? Like one of the things is they always say that we're not going to have troops there. Like, do you believe American soldiers will ever hit the ground there?
Maybe. I don't know. But the way I'm seeing it right now in Arbil, Iraq, a lot of troops. The American army is right there.
Where?
Behind the border. Erbil in Iraq, in north of Iraq. The American troop is right there right now. They are behind the border.
By Iraq?
Iranian, of course. By
Iranian?
Iraq. Yes.
Do you think, so what do you think, if you had to give a percentage of American troops hitting the soil of Iran, what percentage?
85 to 90%.
Oh, really?
It's going to be, you see that.
So you believe there's going to be an actual, like, they're going to blow things up and then the soldiers will actually physically land?
Maybe, why not?
Well, it's crazy because, it's been like 25 years since like Iraq. Like, it's interesting to see if that really takes place. It really is incredible. As you say, it's
We
kind
have
of
a great army over here. Think about it. Iran and Iraq fighting to each other for 8 years. But the time the American army wants to just attack Iraq, it's going to take maybe how many days? 2 weeks? From the beginning, I know from the beginning, from to the end, that was maybe a couple days, not 8 years. Also, we have to understand the American army and our technology is much, much, much higher compared to them. Also, they're gonna just attack and they're gonna cut in the head of the snake, just like that. Bum, bum, bum. It's gonna be very, very hard. They're gonna attack Iran, and they're gonna kill whatever they have to kill over there. All this, those people, the leader, supreme leader, and another.
it just
person.
seems so difficult. It's such a massive operation. Like it makes me nervous. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
make me
I'm-
nervous
like,
too.
I'm
But
scared,
I'm
like,
also happy to see what's gonna happen.
yeah, yeah. I mean, look what they did in Venezuela. I mean, he went in, used some new technology.
Did you see the
Got
Maduro
out.
what he talking about? One day before, come and get me, and one night, one day after that, they go
They go pick
and
him
just
up.
get him out of his
They
bed,
pick him up like he's at a grocery store.
just like that. And he's gonna stay over there in the prison forever, the Maduro, and it's gonna happen to them the same thing like Maduro over there very soon.
What about the one thing the guy's trying to change? He's trying to change
Shahzad
somebody.
Reza Pahlavi,
Yeah.
he's the best alternative.
Okay.
He has a very good background. His father and his grandfather, thanks to Reza Shah Pahlavi and thanks to Muhammad Reza Shah Pahlavi. Whatever we have right now belongs to those father and the grandfather. And if he come in and taking power from, for Iran, and he's going to have a great Iran back, our culture, we can just, you
Kind of go back to
of
where.
course, go back
left
to the
off.
same 50 years ago. Sorry to say that, but we're going to go back to 50
Some
years
people were saying that Trump wasn't for him.
ago.
What are your thoughts with that? Is that I don't know if that's true or not. What I'm saying.
No, American government, the first thing first is important for them is the benefit for this country.
True.
We do understand that. This is the very number one thing.
It benefits America.
Of
Period.
course.
Oil
And we are the oil. No,
And
I'm not
relationships.
going to say the oil.
relationship.
The oil, we have enough oil in America. Whoever just said, the American is going to attack Iran because of the oil, is totally wrong.
Okay.
Now it's not the 1979 anymore. The technology is changing, and you can have a lot of energy from different
Good
sources.
point. Good point.
But the reason I'm thinking about it. The reason the Donald Trump is gonna attack them because they are not good for the humans. They are not. They're gonna be dangerous for the humans.
It's dangerous for society just to
For
allow them.
everybody.
Okay.
Yes. And the Shah, the reason the Shah is gonna come and the Donald Trump is gonna support them because Donald Trump, our president, knows the Reza Shah or the Shah of Iran, Reza Shah Pahlavi, is the best person because he grew up over here. He educated person, and he's not thinking about the Islam or Christianity or Jewish or. He said, always be human. Whatever you have a religion, whatever you accept it, keep in your heart. You don't have to put in your mouth. Whatever you want to say, put in your heart and do it. You pray to God, whatever you think exists upstairs. In the sky. But the Shah was the best alternative, and he's the best person to put him in the power for now until we put in the referendum. And the people, for sure, they're going to say Javid Shah. The most of the people, if you see the protests right now in Iran, they're talking about the Javid Shah. They know whatever they know. The Shah of Iran did it to us, and they did it good. Whatever we have right now belongs to them. They did it for us. Yeah, thanks to Shah.
Wow, it's interesting.
That's why we called them. If you see the protest 2 weeks ago in Los Angeles, almost 400,000 people was over there. In Toronto was around the 500,000 or over the 500,000, people was there. In European too. And everybody say what? Javid Shah. Javid Shah forever.
What do you with regards to time? What's your take with Russia and China and Iran? That it looks like China basically is trying to supply weapons to Iran and maybe Russia as well. What's your take on those three?
The problem is, they try to just, keep in the oil because the Chinese people, they don't have any source of the energy. They try to have the oil. They are hungry about the oil. They are hungry. Sorry, I'm saying that. I'm not racist. I'm not going to be against the Chinese people. I'm talking about the Chinese
So they want
government.
the oil. So they don't want American.
They don't
people.
care about us. They do care about the oil. They do care about the business.
Okay.
honestly. The Russian is the same. Whatever, if you see that in past 200 years, whatever is bad happened to us belongs to the Russian people and the British people. On that time, China doesn't exist. China is existing past 40, 50 years. Before the 50 years, but doesn't exist the way we think in the China right now. Do I'm right or not? 50 years ago, the China was not as strong like now. But the Russia was strong. British was. Whatever is happening past 200 years belongs to the British, the England people, because of their benefit and the Russian people. They destroy our country, honestly. And everybody knows that, honestly.
What's your take with Russia and Ukraine and how it affects Iran?
Oh, they had the deal maybe on the table. The Russia is going to take some part of the land of Ukraine, for sure. You don't know that Putin was not crazy, just, starting the war for 4 years, losing a lot of money, and the people, the armies, without anything, and go back to him, the same border. No, he's not going to do that. He's going to take part of the Ukraine.
Why does he want that one part? He's very adamant.
Because of that part of the Ukraine is very good part for the farm. For every, they are, the Russia doesn't have any good, land for the, starting the farm over there. That's why they do need some part of that to just, for themselves.
Basically goes back to real estate.
Yes, exactly. Go back to real estate. Yeah.
It seems like it's just not going to end that war as well. But anyway, so the bottom line is at this point in time, it's kind of, it's interesting to talk about it, but I guess at this point in time, tomorrow's Geneva. And then Friday, we'll see what happens. We'll see if we're right or wrong. Yeah. I feel like I've been saying Friday for a few weeks now, and I've been wrong. And like, oh my God.
I know, but
But I think we're, especially with his speech and him trying to do something, and now Geneva and basically Friday coming, because of the stock market being closed.
It's the best time to attack them, I think.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I actually got to laugh because the people that do the studio here, I'm going to have to ask them to put this all together so I can get it out tomorrow, because by Friday it's already old news.
Yeah,
this is history. This is our conversation. Our conversation literally will be history tomorrow, and Friday our conversation.
Let me tell you something before I go. One night, you're gonna wake up early in the morning. You're gonna see the America destroy the government in Iran. In one night, it's gonna happen in one night. You're gonna see it. In couple hours, they're gonna destroy them. And you're not going to see them anymore. Doesn't exist. You're going to read them in the book, maybe in the history next, maybe couple, years from now. But it's going to happen the same thing. Now is stop. Is enough. Whatever they done in past 47 years, they play the game with everybody and every land, every government, and especially with our people. They destroy our life. Now this is the time they have to pay for it. This is the way. We don't have any other way to just discuss about it.
Well, I appreciate you speaking about this stuff.
Sure.
I guess, I don't know, I feel mixed. I feel like it's like therapeutic to talk about it, because we've been talking about it for so long, and I feel bad. I kind of missed the Persian parties and stuff like that, because everyone's kind of in a mourning situation right now because of what's going on and all the people that, The one thing I'll share with you, you probably know his name. It's always sticks in my mind these days because I was a police officer, but the fireman that was in Iran that was taking the person away, that was injured. You see that on social media where there was a fireman and he has a guy that's a victim on his back and he's running and at the end he got killed.
Sorry to hear that.
It's a sad situation,
they killed him.
In my mind, I always think of him, not that I knew him.
They're killing a lot of people like him.
But that image, I see that I'm not sure with AI and stuff, artificial intelligence, that they're showing some videos, but they're showing like mourning of him that he was like a hero and then he got killed. And
he was the hero.
And being, prior law enforcement and fire, that I feel really sad. But it's such a heroic story of him trying to save lives,
All our new generation are Iranian people, not just a new generation. All of them, they are the hero. All our women and the men and the child, whoever just going to the protest, they are the hero. Think about it. You're gonna deal with some armies. They don't care. They don't feel, and they got in the money to come and just kill you, and you don't have anything to protect yourself. All of them is the hero. They call Delavar. All of them is the Delavar to us, and we are so proud of them to see our people just fighting for them right, without anything, without any gun. We don't have anything to just protect. The reason we try to have. We call to, to United States to come and help us because we need help.
Hmm.
We cannot deal with these people like that.
Is there anything as we wrap up? Is there anything that you want to share for anybody that listens or sees this? Anything that you want to share? Any input or it's American people and it will be the Persian people as well.
Let me tell you something about our people in Iran and what's happened to our people. We are all human, and we have a one home. Our home name is Earth. We are all the neighbor to each other, and sometimes if you see your neighbor has some problem, you're gonna go and help him. It's gonna happen the same thing. We are neighbor to each other. Maybe we don't have a neighbor border to each other like in Mexico and America. I know, but at the end, Earth is too small. We have like how many billion people live in this earth? 7, 8 billions right now. Also, we are part of that. And if you see your next door neighbor is hungry or somebody coming and kill them, you're going to go and defend them. You're going to do something for them. And the reason we call to the United States or our government in America to come and help us, because they made a mistake a couple decades ago, like 50 years ago, 47 years ago. I'm not talking about that time, but now is the time to make him correct. Whatever you done wrong, come and make him correct. And let us have a life too. We are the human like you guys. Whatever it's happened to us in past 47 years, I don't wish you to see what is happened to America because it's very bad. Also think about it, guys. Whatever is happened, good over here, we have to have it the same thing as a right, as a human right for us, because we are created the human right for everybody on this earth. We are starting the human right. Iranian, the Persians starting the human right. Now we don't have any human right. Also, please come and help us. Let us just have the same life like you guys. You have a right to have it. Very simple.
Well, I'll pray for the Iranian people and for the Americans. And I think that the one thing I'll share is I think that we all need to be aware of our surroundings, whether America and Iran, that we need to watch ourselves. And then especially people that are in America, that if they see something, say something, right, call the police, because there could be some type of undercover operation that basically may be taking place that, if war does hit on Friday and something may happen on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we don't know. We don't know what's basically behind the scenes. I think people need to start being aware of the surroundings in America, because there could be these sleeper cells in general. And I'm not just saying this to scare people, but it's a fact. It's taking place right now in European countries as well, where you see shootings or they're driving a car and so on. And I think we need to be more aware of our surroundings as regular people. There's a saying that we say, even the sheriff said it the other night, was that crime is not just a police problem, it's a community problem. And the community needs to be involved in it. And the truth of the matter is that this community starts here locally in Las Vegas, and then it expands, right, to different states in America, and then it expands to other countries, and then to the entire planet. So we all need to work together to basically fight evil and to bring goodness back in general. And we all need to respect all different races and religions and where people come from. And it shouldn't be a religious war. And I wish I could just sprinkle some fairy dust on our planet to basically make peace, but it's not going to happen overnight whatsoever. But I think that we can only hope and pray for all the people on the planet, especially for the people that are in Iran.
Oh, thank you.
And I pray for the people in Iran to get through this. And I pray for the American soldiers and anybody that's working to...
God bless our American soldiers. God bless our American government. And God bless Iranian people too.
Absolutely. So with that, thank you so much for sharing and coming forward and talking. And I think that this is valuable and educational for me and for people that are going to listen and watch. And again, we pray for Iran. We pray for the troops. And, today's Wednesday. I think today, I feel it inside as I'm talking to you emotionally, is that I feel that we are definitely, we're actually, we're right before history will change. And we can only hope that we look back and watch this video and podcast one day and say, wow, you remember when we did the podcast right before Friday, before Iran, was freed.
And thanks to you guys to just give me the chance to come and stop by over here talking about, the situation in Middle East and especially in Iran.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
So thank you so much. And as the problem solver, my goal is to basically help in general. And if there's problems out there, advocacy, anything I can do to help any people, race, religion, country, whatsoever, especially local problems. That's why I'm known as the problem solver. Today, I'm actually wearing my first shirt that's in Farsi as the problem solver. And, I will share with you real quick last thing as a shirt.
They call the problem, halal mushkilat is solve the problem.
It's actually interesting because some of my fellow Persian friends, they were saying, just leave the problem solver logo. But there's something inside that I wanted to change it to Farsi. There's something that I felt was necessary, not for today in general, but I do believe that I represent a lot of Persian people. And
Thank you
and
to
I
you
help.
working for our society. I know and I appreciate the work you've done in past couple of years in the Persian society. I knew it, I know, and everybody knows in Persian society, you're working very hard to just,
And by the way, I do it for, American as well. But yeah, I mean, to me, I'm like Persian as well. My wife is Persian. My kids,
you.
I always joke around saying my kids are like little Maymoons, So, but yeah, no, I'm proud of the Persian culture. I'm proud of my wife, and she works extremely hard, and my children. And to me, that's the whole purpose of America. I grew up in New York City, where my family, basically were immigrants that came from Germany and Hungary and Czechoslovakia. To me, I'm part of an immigrant family as well. And luckily, I grew up in an area in New York City in Queens where we grew up all together, where I was Pakistani and Indian and Chinese and black and Ethiopian. I was mixed together. And I'm very fortunate for having that diverse background by growing up in New York City. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for educating us. Thank you for sharing the message. God bless to our troops and God bless to the Iranian people.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
God bless. God bless America. God bless Iran. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.